pivotal in my life. I remember the first time that I met Brother John, I was a member of Cass Park Baptist Church. And I also have a story of me not being exactly so fond of him, because at the time, we were actually changing from a pastor that I had known for so many years. So I was kind of like, who is this new guy? But he was always such a positive person, and he always wanted to work with the youth. So it didn't take long for me to really get under his wing and want to be able to do things with him. I was given the opportunity to work down in Delray, and they weren't so welcoming either. And so, funny story, I know I don't have much time, but that program that we worked with down there, it was only an opportunity for so many youth that worked actually lived in the neighborhood to participate. And so, typically I was supposed to be excluded. And so when Cass Park saw fit for me to come down there and be a part of that program, the Delray neighborhood wasn't so fond of that. So I got chased out of there a few times, and Brother John was always there to make sure that me and my younger brother didn't get jumped on. Brother John has taught me so many things about how to be strong and how to be a man of God. And just because you're a humble man of God, it doesn't mean that you don't have to be strong. It doesn't mean that you're a pushover or that you can be easily trampled. And I can see that from the videos and conversations that I've had with him. We've had several conversations about his upbringing and how he came in to do what he was doing in his mission here in Detroit. And Brother John, you are very, very, very humble and a man of God, but you're also tough. You can see by the situation that he took on. He didn't take on the easy road. He went to Delray. It's thick down there. I'm not sure how many of you guys are Detroiters and know about Southwest Detroit, but it's not easy. It's a just like that song was singing, take me to the alley, to the afflicted ones, to the lonely ones. Cass Park, Cass Corridor is still real down in Cass Corridor, and it's really a place that needs special people of God. And I really got the opportunity to see a whole nother side of life and how to be able to be a part and reach out and give a hand to someone else and how to help other people. It was one time that I always saw so much positivity from Brother John. I actually got to get a little of the other side, and it was a lot of kids that just wasn't so fond of me and my younger brother, and it was like the whole community was there to jump on us, and he wasn't having it. He was not having it. He wasn't gonna let nobody touch his boys from Cass Park. And he jumped out of his truck one day. He said, "What in the hell are y'all doing?" And I was so blown back because I had never ever heard him speak anything but kind words to people. And I really feel like today things are really trying in our community in Detroit, Michigan. There's so much going on. Our youth are so troubled. There are so many things that are against them. And Brother John is one of the few people, especially for me, I didn't have a father growing up. It was just my mom struggling on her own. And for people like myself that can have a positive father image that can teach you in the right direction and show you where to go when you're right at that turning point into becoming a young man, it's very pivotal that somebody get a hold of you and say, hey, this is the way to go. So Brother John, I thank you so much. You and the Cass Park family, you guys are essential in me being able to stand before you guys today. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Juan Munoz. I'm not very good at crowd, so I'm sorry. I just get a little nervous. I met Mr. Williams when I moved into Delray when I was about 7 years old. And he would always tell me, come to the community center, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna like it. And I never really went until probably when I turned 14. And then from there on, I swear, I went every year up to 18 when I went to college. Mr. Williams in those years taught me so much. I learned so many things from him. He made sure that as a Hispanic, we also felt included. We didn't feel excluded. We felt welcomed. It was really great being at the center of Mr. Williams. I also worked at the community center as a youth leader. I learned responsibility, I learned how to be a leader, I learned to be kind, I learned to help the community. I actually now love doing community service. Growing up as a Hispanic in Delray, I never really had a dream of pretty much doing anything big. And Mr. Williams pushed me. He made me see that I had the potential, and now I'm currently working at being an architect. I'm working hard, and I know that everyone else that also was in that center that you influenced is also working hard, and I can tell you that they will and always will remember you, Mr. Williams. They still do. It's just reading that biography that I read in dinner, my jaw just kept dropping in awe and amazement. I was so amazed at reading all the things that he has accomplished in his family and his history, the legacy. Mr. Williams, it's an honor to have had you in my life, to have you influence me with stuff, and such positive influence that I've had that it's gonna be with me for a lifetime. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Can we give this entire panel a round of applause? John has always really been about youth. He talks about the importance of youth all the time. He wanted to have the music that youth could appeal to. And again, we're going to show a song that's dear to John's heart that he requested. Then we'll have the adult panel come on stage and continue the dialogue around his importance and his legacy.